take him down at the 20-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 20.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And he's in! Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have it. Well, you have to imagine this kicking unit saw something in the return unit all week that led them to believe they had an advantage for an onside kick. But they don't. Now all of a sudden the other team takes the ball with great field position.
In motion, it's Golden. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
In motion, it's Golden. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That was touchdown, Houston.
I'll tell you what, Mike, there's being aggressive on 4th down, and then there's being really aggressive on 4th down. They weren't just trying to get an inch past the sticks. They were going for broke, but hey, when you have trust in your quarterback and your downfield weapons, I don't blame
it. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
I just want to rock. I just want to rock.
Okay, break. Panther 11. Panther 11.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And will get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The 7-yard pickup brings 2nd and 3.
Throwing again. Daniel. That'll be taken in by Sampson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Texans who have the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 7.
Bobcats. Pack. Panther 60. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Ready, ready.
To the air again is Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
At the 16-yard line.
19 light. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get him, get him. Go get him, go get him. Go get him. Let go.
Daniels gonna throw again. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Jaguars. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Their head
ready.
coach, 2 fingers in the air. He'll say no to the extra point and go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the
Cowboy
2-point
80.
conversion.
They'll throw with Daniels. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
The score, Texans 28, Jaguars 22.
And after that last score, they want it back right away. A rare first half onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one, caught. That's Matthew Golden. And he is out of bounds down at the 21.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Texans.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Makes the score Texans 35, Jaguars 22.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Get up. Buffalo 8, 60. Warriors 70.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
That's good.
Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Two. Set.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Right side, catch made by McClure. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll step up and run. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. From 29. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check, 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 check. Trap 60, trap 60. Let go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
13, Pioneer.
1st and 10 at the 17.
Now Daniels. Taking off, and he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat, 60.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Hey, smash. '19 Lions. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll go. Here's Daniels. Oh, man left wide open. Good play design there. Arian Smith. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Go!
Throwing is Daniel. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest. That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
In motion, it's Golden. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. First down for Houston.
The
Slaw, the man in motion. Who just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Got his man at the 6. And he will score! Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the game. And 17 for the season. Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Here we go, start. 60, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
16 yards.
16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 70 Razor, 70 18 Rodway, 18.
Daniels now on first down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
60 by 6.
On second down, it's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
The 24-yard line.
Go! 68. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. And up.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That is hauled in at the 5. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
Panther 60. Viking 18. Ready.
Sampson, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Brings up second
Hawk
and
70.
goal
Hawk 70.
at the 3-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Daniels to throw on second down. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown. So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around. Sometimes you can get a little carried away when you feel like things are going your way, and I think that's the case here, Mike. You get the touchdown. Now they're thinking, all right, let's get the ball right back to our offense. In this case, I think the aggressiveness ends up costing them.
Play action. He'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
And the Texans.
A gain there of 15. It's good for a Texans first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That one is complete, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
First down.
Here's first and 10.
12. First down, Houston.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second down, they need 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
In motion, it's Golden. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This one caught at the 4. Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
In motion, it's Golden. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one, take it in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Texans.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. He's got it. And the Texans tack on one more to their lead.
Jaguars 36.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Stephanie! 7-5, 70 Lions! Come 19! Come!
On 1st down, Daniel. Now pass deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Why you all in my face? Taking up all of my space. You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way.
Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could. Get it on their special teams, they don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
All that Drake, you gotta chill. I
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Quan Martin is there for the stop.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
In motion, it's Golden. He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 13. 1st down for Houston.
Texans.
They motion the slot man left. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Viking 18. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
In motion, it's Golden. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And the Texans are going to be set up with 1st and goal as they get the conversion on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end, Trey McBride. Touchdown, Houston. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
56. Jaguars 36.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ready. Here we go, here we go.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
70. 19 Tiger, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the The only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that end up going the other direction.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Buffalo 18. Hey, Panther 11.
First and
Panther
10 at
11.
the 49-yard line.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
To the air again is Daniels. There's that man again. Another catch. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. They'll come up here. First and 10.
First and 10 at the
Hey, check that. Check that.
35-yard
Panther
line.
60. Panther 60.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Mustang 19.
Daniels gonna throw again. Right side. Catch made by McLaurin. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing again. Daniel. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Jaguars, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll step up and run this. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. It is brought in the end zone. Arian Smith. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out. Just 2 scores down. This is really taking a chance. With a quarter plus to play, they line up for an onside kick. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught by Golden, right side. And he's into the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Texans. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Jaguars 42.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Get it. Let's go.
The RPO, this one to McLaurin. this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels, who else another catch for his favorite target. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
Look wide, get this one complete, and this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
19 Lions.
That's another Jaguars first down.
On play action, Daniels, and he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
65 catch, 65 catch.
Daniels to throw on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to be third down.
Stephanie! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
Come on, come on.
Jaguars will line up for the
18
two-point
Cardinal, 18
conversion.
Cardinal.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. McBride is the motion man. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Let's go now.
Back to the air again on second, and he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through three. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. In motion, it's Golden. Throwing now on third and long. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and It ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He'll look to throw. He's going to have a Texans first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
To the right side, up by the crowd. And he's into the end zone yet again. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's got 19 on the year.
The kicker on.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Get it. 19 seconds.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Ready, set. Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Riggs. Warrior 70.
On 1st down, Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. 60, 18 Pioneer.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
19 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 70 Rangers.
They'll throw with Daniels. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long.
Cup 19. Go.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he is planting backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw. That one is complete to McBride. And he will score again. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Texans. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Now a hit. He lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Houston. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. On comes Patterson for the PAT. He's got it. And the Texans stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Get it. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Ready, ready.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long.
Go check. Hot 70. Cut 19. Cut 19. Hurt, hurt. Hurt, hurt. Right there, hurt. Let go.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll find his tight end, McBride. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Texans. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come on, set, go!
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
19 tight, 19 tight.
First down.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
In motion, it's Golden. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They'll look to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they will not let up. He is into the end zone for 2 more.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready? 60 bison, 60 bison.
The RPO, that one is complete.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Bronco 80, Buffalo 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now, Daniels. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Out of bounds at
2nd down and 8.
line. A gain of 2.
Come on,
Brings
come on.
up 2nd and 8.
19 charge.
Keeping in the air, here's Daniels. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it ges really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and He's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
That's taken in, and will be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They're able to finish the season in style